think that name, Tyne Coilovers, was chosen in Japan?
I don't know.
Tyne down low type cool style master wagon. It's my man Michael from the second car meet I ever went to. First time I ever felt famous in my entire life. All these cars.
None of them are this fast.
Look, man, they're fucking Rav4GTT. I'm the one with the lifted Rav. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I gotta talk to you.
I'll be around.
Oh dude, you're in the video too. Look at that.
I didn't know he was this famous.
I didn't know you were this famous at all.
I didn't either. Well, he's come out to help work on the Caldina. I really like these Corollas a lot. Ready?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do it. Missing a few studs.
This is the new Hakkapeliitta 8. It's a lot more than your regular winter tyre. First of all, the new Hakkapeliitta 8 is the most advanced studded tyre in the world. It's so astounding, we've even used it to break our own world record.
You're doing burnouts on pavement, they wear down pretty fast. Nokian Hakkapeliitta 8 studded tires. You're not going to see many of these in the United States, I promise you that.
Man, wrenching on this thing feels like the Rav.
It's really very similar.
Like the strap brace is like, I remember it only had two things, like the back on these axles went weird.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, this came with a 3SFE.
It did?
Japan, yeah. Much better.
Yeah.
So to get the intercooler off, we got a 12mm bolt here, and then there's a 12mm bolt right in the side here. It goes into the block, or to the head actually.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Sweet. Okay.
It looks a lot different when it's not polished, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so Michael and I have got some, well, Michael's got most of the work done. I've just been sitting around mouthing off the whole time, but we got the strut out and the axle out over here, the ST215 axle there, and super down low street cool wagon, whatever, Tyne coilovers. Just taking the sway bar links off here so that we can then disconnect the lower control arm bolts. There's 3 of those there, and then you push that control arm down and just loosen a couple of bolts up here on the top of the strut, and then you can sort of pull it out towards towards your belly, and then just pop the axle through the hub and then pull it out of the transmission and then drop the strut out. So Michael and I, hard at work here.
Oh yeah.
And I just wanted to take a chance to show everybody the air conditioning compressor because on the Caldina, the air conditioning compressor and the Rav4, they're quite similar, and they're held on by 3 bolts, and that's it. Here's 1, there's 2, and then 3 right there underneath this pipe, right there. So this hole, you can see that it's empty. So that bolts directly to the block. And even though this compressor and the lines are shaped a little bit different than the Rav4 air conditioning compressor, the Rav4 AC compressor bolts directly onto the 3SGTE engine. The only issue that you're going to have is that this line on the Rav4 compressor, it interferes, it intrudes with this thermostat housing just about here, and you have to take your thermostat housing off and grind it with a belt sander or something. And unfortunately, when you do the Rav4 3SGTE swap and you put the Rav4 AC compressor onto the 3SGTE engine, if you blow your thermostat, you're going to have to remove the air conditioning compressor to get at the thermostat, which is a little bit of extra work, but for all the extra horsepower, well worth it.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna drop that AC compressor off the block, tie it up out of the way here so that when we drop the engine, the AC compressor will be tied right here and then the engine can go down. But in the RAV4 engine bay, you do not have all this room. There's just barely about that much. So you have to move the radiator out of the RAV4 in order to drop the engine. And you don't have to on the Caldina, but we did anyways. This is the air conditioning radiator, if anyone's wondering what that's about. Ready?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do it. It's just these little black clips right here. Just pop them out. There we go. Glove box is out. There be an ECU. Caldina manual 3SGTE in its what's the word? In its home, in its native home, in its OEM location. Yeah, that's the one. Quack.